Yes, I've got an exclusive information about the S26 Ultra and things are looking different compared to the other phones. Although S25 Ultra is on a great deal from Samsung which you can avail from prior listed in this video. Samsung was working on 4 different phones this year, and when the time came for the final decision, the S26 Edge excluded from the lineup and they added the Plus model at the end. And with that, they struggled to launch the product on time. There are a bunch of different sources with different information, but right now, I have an exclusive information about the release date of S26 Ultra, even the exact date when they're gonna launch the product. According to my internal source, Samsung is going to launch S26 Ultra on 11th of Feb 2026 at 10 AM. Yes, for about 20 days compared to the S25 Ultra, but there were some sources who do suggest a 2-month delay, which is obviously not true. Another thing, last time my source do suggest a 21st of Jan, but recently Samsung changed the launch date since the production of S26 Ultra has just started, but they delayed the production of S26 and S26 Plus, which caused a significant delay for about 20 days. Meanwhile, there's no other reason for Samsung to delay the launch of S26 Ultra. Even S26 Ultra is on time, even the production. The base and Plus version is actually the ones delaying the launch. Meanwhile, the pricing is what everyone is talking about. The RAM is more expensive and all. In reality, there are some sources who do suggest a price hike, but it's a last moment change, so we cannot say about it. Samsung is thinking about the price increase. The decision is hard because of the competition is too good with such a competitive pricing, leaving Samsung no room for price adjustment, so they cut off on the phone itself to keep their profits in check. I've got an exclusive information about the cameras of S26 Ultra. Yes, Samsung is changing the cameras of S26 Ultra. The main one is about to change next year while the other cameras remains the same. My internal source shared the default for the S26 Ultra, where S26 Ultra will be coming with 24 megapixel resolution option in the main camera, where the main camera, the ultra wide, and even the 5x telephoto sensor will support the 24 megapixel resolution. And even better, Samsung will add Snapdragon process to upscale the 10 megapixel shots to 24 megapixels. Now we know S26 Ultra will be featuring a 3x 10 megapixel sensor, and that 10 megapixel shots are upscaled to 12 megapixel already right now. Source suggests there are chances we may see 24 megapixel upscaling on S26 Ultra even on the 3x lens, which is another big thing because upscaling will surely affect the output. Now the options would be 12 megapixel, 24, 50, and even the 200 megapixel, whereas 24 megapixel will be default mode for next year. This is different what was originally thinking of 50 megapixel. Meanwhile, there is a massive controversy about the cameras of S26 base version, where Samsung is using the same cameras on S26 just like S25. Yes, it's true, and feeling sad for the people looking to update, and it's hard for Samsung to justify a same phone next year with a different chipset. The cameras need to update, and yet no change for next year. Meanwhile, the S26 Ultra is worth having for 2026 with 7 potential reasons. There are a bunch of changes coming on S26 Ultra. Even one of the potential changes is the design of S26 Ultra. But today is more about what Samsung is bringing to the table, which is better on S26 Ultra compared to previous generations. And there's a source who compiled all the changes. According to H Universe, why the only model worth considering is the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Samsung will reserve its newest and most advanced AI features for the S26 Ultra. Even the S25 Ultra will likely need to wait several months to receive these capabilities through updates. The new 60-watt wired charging and 25-watt of wireless charging represent a major upgrade for Samsung users, and both are exclusive to the S26 Ultra. This one is already confirmed. The new private screen intelligent anti-peeping display is also limited to the Galaxy S26 Ultra. This is a highly marketable feature that YouTubers will repeatedly showcase, turning it into a major selling point. This is probably the most awaited feature people are waiting for the S26 Ultra. A larger camera aperture will lead to real-world improvements in image quality. For example, an f1.4 aperture will deliver better optical results in portrait photography. Telephoto performance is also expected to improve, and Samsung may introduce an AI telephoto algorithm similar to Google's to enhance clarity. While a main 200 megapixel is getting an update, there's a big thing going on with the 3x telephoto sensor where even I said a downgrade, which is obviously difficult to justify if Samsung would do it. On the video side, Samsung is expected to introduce APV technology, which should significantly improve overall image quality. The front-facing camera will have a wider field of view, making it easier to fit two people into a single selfie. The front-facing camera size is also larger on S26 Ultra compared to the S25 Ultra, which was already shared in the render. Additional upgrades that have not yet been disclosed, primarily on the software side. On the software level, I can say S26 Ultra is bringing some crazy feature as Samsung is ready for the 2026 AI stuff, although S25 Ultra will get it later down the line. We haven't talked about the look as we have the official look of Galaxy S26 Ultra. There are a bunch of renders and leaks are out about the Galaxy S26 Ultra. All of those leaks shared a similar design, yet different design compared to last generation. The camera design is changed. Now the Cinza, a fellow YouTuber, shared a hands-on look of a Galaxy S26 Ultra, and he often shared phones before launch, so this is the final design of Galaxy S26 Ultra. He shared the thickness, comparison against the Galaxy S25 Ultra and more, where the thickness is confirmed. S26 Ultra will be coming at 7.9mm, which is slimmer compared to the S25 Ultra 8.2mm, although 7.9mm is already confirmed from other sources. He also shared the weight of the phone, which is 214 grams. Meanwhile, the design is confirmed where S26 Ultra camera design will look similar to the Z Fold 7 and the camera bump is real and will wobble on the table. You will need a case to make it better. Also, if you notice or not, S26 Ultra is rounded compared to the S25 Ultra. Yes, now all three models S26, Plus and Ultra share the same rounded design, which means a happy goodbye to sharp corners on S26 Ultra. The charger is also out for the S26 Ultra. Things are coming so rapidly we cannot even believe. Samsung is making things official now, and this time we got something we waited for years. Samsung used same charging speed for years, 45 watt, and there was no change in the years. All phones, even now A series, have 45 watt of fast charging, but now S26 Ultra is seeing a change and we have a proof of it. Initially, rumors suggested a 60 watt fast charging, and now silently, the company listed the charger on its official page. It's a new 60 watt adapter, which can output from 5 volt to 20 volt depending on the usage, and you can use this adapter for smartphones, aka your Galaxy S series, birds, watches, laptops, and on top of all, you can use it with a 3 ampere cable with it. It is called the 60 watt power adapter and carries the model number EPT6010. Although if you want to charge multiple devices, you have to go with the multi-port adapter, as this one only have one USB-C port and comes with the USB PD 3.1 instead of 3.0 on last generation. So finally, the new charging speed is confirmed for Galaxy S26 Ultra. While initially we were worried about the processor of S26 Ultra, then later we got info maybe Samsung is going to add Exynos 2600 in S26 Ultra. And after that, recently we heard only one market was going to get Exynos 2600, and that is the South Korea. Now a further confirmation is here, as S26 Ultra is certified through FCC, and US version and even the global version is featuring the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. And it's an overclocked version of Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 like Samsung did with the previous generations. On this note, if you're still here, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Till then, peace out.